What are we doing this week?
This is a Glasstire Roundup. This is a little bit new. This isn't a top 5. We just thought we'd talk about some of the topics that have been kicked around on Glasstire lately, because there's been a lot of commentary.
Yes.
There's been some interesting ideas on the site.
Have there been?
One that was written by you.
Zombie abstraction. What is it? What do you think?
Oh,
why
that's
is it
a good
zombie?
question.
What do you mean?
Like, is there such a thing as non-zombie abstraction being made today?
That is a good question.
What do you think? You're the artist.
I think it's really, really up for debate whether or not abstract painting can hold itself in our current environment, in our current culture. I don't know that it can.
Well, it can certainly hold itself in the marketplace and is doing fabulously well there.
That's not what I think about. I'm talking about art, not the marketplace.
Oh, right, sorry.
They're different.
Oh.
I just don't know how relevant it is because, as you well know, I think we're heading for global disaster and a new...
I'm trying not to go down this path.
No, it's all right. We're heading for global disaster. The economy will keep falling, and so I think things will get worse. So what role does abstraction play in all that? I think we need narrative. Stories, pictures.
Well, Pat Steer, who was on our top 5 list this week, I said, I hate abstraction in the video, and Pat apparently thought that was hilarious, and she said, well, I don't think of my work as abstraction anyway, it's very much rooted in landscape. She saw the video? Of course. She was like, get away from this notion of abstraction.
Right, because you can't do abstraction, so an abstract painter doesn't want you to call their paintings abstraction.
Well, if anyone would know, Pat Steer would.
Well, there you go.
What do artists who can't draw or paint do? Make video?
Conceptual art.
Conceptual art. Another topic that's been discussed a lot on Glasstire is Debtfair.
Debtfair.
The Debtfair show at the Art League Houston. This was the show at the Art League. This is a show at the Art League Houston. The organizers are from New York. Very nice guys.
You weren't happy about it at all.
Well, I wrote a piece that was critical, and then some old bag like me comes out and says, kids, you shouldn't spend a lot of money on an MFA, and that's not very helpful because they need the degree, and it's not that I don't think a degree is important.
You can't really be an artist right now without art education. That could change in the future.
Who was your favorite professor in grad school? Was it Vernon?
It was Vernon.
Vernon!
It was Vernon. The one thing that Vernon Fisher did teach us about the art world, he said, if you get invited to a really fancy dinner, don't go buy a cheap suit. Wear your shitty art clothes because they already know that you're poor, so they will excuse your dress. Yes. If, however, you wear a cheap suit, not so good.
Artprize Dallas, Grand Rapids, Michigan-based Artprize, was going to come to Dallas. The problem that people have with Artprize is that it's populist, lame, not rigorous enough.
Lame because it's populist?
Well, I would ask you, what do you think?
You could be the richest guy in the world, have all the time in the world, and maybe you will never care about a Felix Gonzalez Torres. Pile of candy in the corner, right?
Right.
I think that relates to this idea of populism in a way because there's just a huge, vast quantity of people that don't have access to like the conceptual stuff that artists care about. Certain things they're just boring and uninteresting. You can put all the ideas you want behind them and who cares?
Like abstract painting.
I'm not going to go that far and wipe all abstract painting out.
One of the definitions to me of very great art is that it does resonate with anybody. Anybody can get it.
I agree with that 100%.
Halloween.
Halloween.
Christina said she hates Halloween. How do you feel about Halloween?
I don't give a shit about any holiday.
Do you give out candy?
No.
Is there a show you're interested in? Is there...
Yes, the new objectivity show.
You like all that dark German darkness.
You know what? Yeah. I think I come from that part of the world. Somewhere.
Bise.
Back in my lineage.
Bise.
Do you know what Bise means? It means a cold, dark wind.
Well, that's appropriate. Do you know what Knudson means? It means son of Knut.